I think Flawless has ruined me. I do see Flawless as still being number one in my eyes, and it's not just because I'm 100% committed and devoted to it, is because we're completely agile. Hi, I'm Manahat Thomas. I am the Global Strategy Lead for Flawless Events. It kind of ties back to my first time there. So Flawless's energy and purpose is super infectious. Day one, you walk into the door and you are automatically devoted to Flawless because the sense of purpose is so great. It's incredible, and what Flawless stands for, and the potential of Flawless is just endless, limitless. I think that is my favorite thing about Flawless events, and the fact that at the end of the day, we will go through ridiculous amounts of adversity just to make our clients happy and just to make sure that their vision is executed flawlessly. So I think that level of commitment is what I really like about Flawless. So a lot about, managing or executing events has a lot to do with project management or account management. So I think one of my biggest role at Flawless was making sure that the team internally had the resources and support that they needed to get something from point A to Z. So whether it is in the ideation phase, using tools like, brainstorming tools like Miro and stuff, like making sure that the team knows about these resources that are readily available in-house. And then when we talk about communicating with the clients, we implement a little bit of agile principles, methodology, but also like design thinking in the sense that we include the client in part of that visioning exercise, right? So during our discovery process, we're asking the client, what is your end goal and what is the vision that you have for this event? And in that, when they walk us through what they want to do, what they want to see, then that's us involving the client and making sure that we document all of that and we find ways to strategically bring that to life with them. And then we're constantly giving them updates, communicating with them. I think, some of the larger scale events, you have multiple touch points every week where we go through different agendas and updates clients on the specific, status updates or wherever we are in that planning phase. And then when we're done, it doesn't just end with the events being done. We take lessons learned. Like we go through and we reflect and we say, hey, we could have done better here. And we do that with our clients. And I think that sets us apart from everybody else. I think Flawless has ruined me. Just working in different countries, even like in the West, right, where the infrastructures and the event management industry is super well advanced. I do see Flawless as still being number one in my eyes, and it's not just because I'm 100% committed and devoted to it, is because we're completely agile, and we are very flexible. So, I think learning to work in Africa, where part of the risk management is power outages, government shutdowns, like ridiculousness. I think we plan for everything and we have backup plans after backup plans. And to ensure that, the client is not impacted by external factors that are out of our control, right? So because we have that planning, that muscle where we can plan that and we can, make sure that those things don't impact the client, we're very flexible in our delivery. So for example, if a client comes to us and says, hey, there's a change in agenda because somebody didn't get their visa to come to this event to speak. So we lost our keynote, there's another person, no problem. We'll update the program, it will be printed, it will be there before, as scheduled in the morning, ready for guests, because that's what we have to do. We have to get that done. So whether it is a last minute order or, just a last minute change, we'll get it done. And our suppliers and our value chain are super agile, just like us. They're willing to make sure that none of that, hinders the overall event experience. Generally, event comes out of marketing, right? And that's sort of like the structures that exist everywhere else. I think when it comes to Flawless, we're events first and marketing it being a component of the events experience. And I think when we are approaching that, like we're approaching it that way, we're always putting the clients first and the client experience and their guest experience first. So marketing is always going to be important, and those two, events and marketing, are always going to be related, and they're going to piggyback off each other. But I think the fact that we focus on events and then the marketing part comes first, because once we've built the vision for the event and the purpose and the goals, then the marketing strategies follow. So I think our approach with Flawless has proven to be super useful and super effective. So we work really hard, so we play hard as well. So I think after every successful event, we go out and we blow off steam, whether that is doing different activities or just going out with the team and just celebrating. Yeah, we do different things. Yeah, so when we started playing around with that idea, one of the biggest gaps I saw in Ethiopia, and Addis especially, is that there are 10 women that are always in the limelight, right? And there are some infrastructures and organizations that help pull other women into the limelight, but not effectively done, at least not in my time and not in that short span of time that I've seen. So one of the main purpose of Signature event, the Leading in Heels event, is to ensure that, hey, we're still celebrating women and we're still talking to the people that have done amazing things. But we're also going to pull 2 or 3 other people that have been working in the shadows or behind the scenes and are successful, and they have the story to share. Because I think at the end of the day, it's about whatever your story is. And another problem or like another challenge I saw that is that, like, when people interview different women, for example, every interview is the same set of questions, and nobody wants to go a little bit deeper and engage with that person as a human being, as a human experience. So it's always surface level questions. So we thought if we did signature event like Leading in Heels, where we create a safe space for women to share their stories, vulnerable or not, traumatic or not, that will create some level of balance. And sharing your story is very powerful for other people because you get to learn from your experiences. 2025 is just around the corner. So we're going into Asia. So that's our 4th continent. So super proud about that. I think, we've spent the last year ensuring that people know our name and they know what we do. I think for 2025, we're going to start pivoting slightly to making sure that not only do people know our name, but they also come and collaborate with us and work with us. And, when it comes to the signature part, there are a lot of ideas that we have for events. We push on that, and we make sure that the signature event becomes as powerful and as a big component of is Flawless today. Thank you for having me.